Well, we've got something very special for you in just a little bit of time. So let me ask you a question, Charlotte. Do you like to learn about new maps, maybe?
I like new maps.
You want to learn a little bit about a new operator?
I like new operators.
Does that sound good?
I like those.
You want a little bit of an update on
Perhaps.
where things are going with Rainbow Six Siege? Well,
I'd like to know about the future of the game.
In just a minute.
I do like the color scheme for this season. The nice, like greenish teal. It's really soothing. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Operation Vector Glare. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, your host.
Hi,
once again for the season reveal.
Camille.
And we've got a great one for you today. We're kicking it off with creative director Alexander Karapazis, who's here to give you a roadmap update, tell us what the season is all about, and dig deeper into the Wolfguard Squad teaser.
They have been teasing Wolfguard a fucking lot, and I'm really glad they're finally starting to like give the game a
Back at the SI,
lore of
we
kinds.
mentioned that we'll be revisiting our roadmap for the year every single season. We're immensely proud of everything that we're delivering this season. However, we do have a delay in Season 3. We released Emerald Plains, and we're really happy with the reception that that map has received.
But they're
That
delaying the
means
new
that
map.
we want to build on that momentum and be more ambitious for our next map. So Singapore will move from Season 3 to Season 4, where we can give it more time and more love to be a bigger,
I'm
bolder new
honestly
map than
fine
you've
with
ever seen
that.
before in Siege.
If they're focusing on
So
a new
the vision
TDM
of
map
the season
this
for
season,
Operation
then
Vector Glare
I'm fine with
is
them. Just
a big one for us. We're introducing a new operator, Sense, and they're coming with a new weapon to the game as well as an amazing ability. We're also
I actually have
introducing
not
a new
seen
team
anything about
deathmatch
Sense
map.
yet.
This is a
Also,
new
was that
space where
they
players
them
can
I
jump in
I
and
heard?
warm
Did they
up.
just say them? Perhaps we're
Top
getting
of all
a
of this,
non-binary
too,
operator.
We're introducing the shooting range, where you can jump in, test recoil, test your
I
weapon
forgot shooting
loadout,
ranges this
and have
season.
a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm gonna be using this so much.
We talked about squads in Rainbow Six Siege, both as a narrative tool for us to tell new stories about our operators in the field, and as a way of explaining the kind of segmentation that Rainbow Six is experiencing right now.
Which they did
With
kind
Nighthaven
of start
leaving
at the end
Rainbow
of
Six proper,
at the end of
and
High
Harry
Caliber.
splitting up all of the operators into each individual squads. We're introducing Wolfguard this season with our new operator Sense. And you saw a bit of a teaser just the other day about this new squad. This
Which
is led
they're-
by the captain Duck.
They're really
and
fucking like
Sense is joining the
defensive
squad
and
as
safe.
well as a couple of other operators from the game. This is important for
Oh,
us
there's Sense's
because
new logo.
now we can tell stories about these operators in the field, and you'll see more of that at the start of the season. This doesn't affect gameplay, but it's a new way for us to tell the stories of these operators, how they work together, and how they struggle against real-life missions. You'll be experiencing more of their story at the start of Season 2 Vector Glare.
Now, let's get a
Which
sneak
hopefully,
peek of
I'm
some
kind
Vector
of
Glare
hoping they give
gameplay,
us
courtesy of
more.
Chris Waters and the Ubisoft
I'm hoping they give
UC.
us more of an emphasis on story and like the lore of the game. Oh, what are they showing?
There's a lot of power in lines of sight in Rainbow Six Siege. But what if you were watching an angle and all of a sudden you saw this?
What?
Would you shoot it? Melee it? Approach it slowly and try to walk
It's a
through it? No, don't do it! No, don't worry about it. It can't hurt
It's a
you.
Valorant
It's
smoke
a wall
wall.
made of light, created by the ROU projector system.
It is
and
just
you have Sense
a
to thank for
Valorant
it.
smoke
Sense
wall,
is the
bro.
new attacker, arriving with Operation Vector Glare. And they're also bringing a new weapon with them, the high-capacity POF-9 assault rifle. Take it for a spin on the new shooting range and see how you like it. Then put it through its paces on the new Team Deathmatch map, Close Quarter. The dev team's got the details on all these things, as well as more to share on giving
It's
some
actually just a
operators
that is
third
fucking
and
hilarious.
secondary weapon option, implementing the first phase of the reputation system.
Oh,
and
reputation?
Your chance to score some free operators. All this and
A
more
free
is
what now?
coming with Operation Vector
They're
Glare.
adding.
Let's get
what?
to it.
Sense is set to join the attackers, and their unique gadget is suited for all kinds of situations. Game designer Mathieu Lacombe is going to tell you more about it, but first, let's discover a bit more about how Sens was developed with concept artist Sunshine Kim.
Oh fuck
and
yes, let's go.
director of
I
gameplay
always
design,
love this
Jeremy
behind the
Cobalt.
scenes shit. It was really nice for Zami, and for Sens it's gonna probably be good too.
Sense is a very joyful person. They love music. Music is a big part of their life. We wanted to bring that bright personality of Sense into the design. We explored different hairstyles and different facial features to really capture that shining personality of Sense. So in the mask, when Sense is in the mask, they look fierce, but the person under the mask is someone
Looks almost like a Splinter Cell character.
lovely, someone musical, someone very bright. We wanted to create that differences between two sides of Sense.
So once we've designed the technology and the fantasy, we had to create all the different elements for this gadget. So Sense device is made of 3 parts. The first part is the rolling device. It's an object that you throw. In the middle, you have a wheel for movement with a tire for grip, and in the center, you have a gyroscope to maintain its balance. This throwable is fully mechanical, and on the bottom of it, you have 2
So if it's
openings
mechanical,
that are,
who can
that are always facing down.
who can counter
And from these
mechanicals?
openings, you
Can
have the second
mute
part
counter
of
it?
this gadget that is ejected, which are the little electronic pellets, and they can create these super efficient beams of light for a short amount of time before it's running out of battery. We know that there are these super
So it is a
powerful
limited time
devices
thing.
that
It's
can
not
create strong
permanent,
beam of light and
or
that
until the
that
gadget's
are used,
destroyed.
For example, on stage during
So it
concerts.
literally is
Of
just
course,
a
the hours need to be
valorant
way more powerful,
smoke.
But we like the idea, so we decided to create our gadget.
I don't know how I feel about that. In theory, I like it, but just I don't know.
So Sounds is a 3L'd 1-speed attacker that is coming up with Vector Glare. Sounds gadget is the ROU projector, which stands for the Rolling Obstructive Utility. This is a rolling device that you toss. It's a throwable gadget. It rolls around. It will bounce off.
So it can go
in
under
a
runes, which
bull-like
is
faction. So
gonna be
it enters
huge.
a corner and leaves the corner in the opposite angle. This will allow the players to have some really creative use
That
of
does
the
give it a
gadget.
lot of like
As it travels along, it
versatility.
will
You can
leave
kind of
some
angle it the same way you angle
projectors
others'
along the
throwables.
path. Those projectors emit a light wall for a set amount of time, and those light walls will block line of sight, but they won't block anything else. So if you want to use it to shoot with your high capacity weapon through it, or you want to use a grenade or something else from your team, this is the perfect gadget to create a window of opportunity for the attacking team. After a set amount of time, the light wall will retract and they will fade away.
But what's the
have
time on it?
417, the Gun 6, the 9mm, SDP 9mm, the
They're
secondary
getting it
arc
going,
breach,
which is
and the Claymore.
nice.
So we have a really
Claymore,
good
which
package that
is
topped off
pretty
with
good.
the POF 9. The
And a hard
really
breach, which
brand
always
new
nice to have a
assault
hard
rifle that
breach.
we're bringing with this season. It's a high capacity, low damage, and low destruction assault rifle, but it's really reliable. Sounds is a
The fire
pure
rate
support.
doesn't sound
We
that bad.
See Sounds as the quarterback. So we have Sounds bringing the diffuser, creating windows of opportunities for the rest of the team. You can hunt roamers, you can secure a plant. There's really a lot of things that you can do with the ROU projector. You take the POF 9, you take the secondary art breach, so you're bringing a lot of utilities for your team. As much as the ROU is a very flexible tool for the attackers, we have some ways for the defenders to counter this gadget. You have multiple ways, either active or passively. Jaeger will interact only with the wheel part of the ROU. So if you have
All right,
your
yeah. So
wheel
Jaeger
going
counters
in,
it. That means Wilmai counters
leaving
it too.
3 projectors, and it gets into
Potentially.
the range of a
Wilmai
Jaeger,
might
will
not
get
counter
zapped,
it.
but it will leave the 3 projectors that are already there. Wamai can also counter the
Yep,
ROU.
Wamai.
The magnet will catch the wheel. It will stop the wheel from doing its thing. It will then release it with a new direction, and a lot of chaos will happen from there. The
That's
interaction
a.
between Aruni
I don't know
and
how I like that
Sounds
interaction.
gadget is really both way. We have the small gap at the bottom of the Aruni gate that you can slip the Sounds right underneath it. But if Sounds tosses it in the middle of it, well, it will get destroyed. When we talk about some passive
makes sense,
counters to
every gadget
Sounds,
gets
we
destroyed.
have mute. The jammers are there. They're doing their stuff.
All right, so the mute interaction does
It will
work.
not stop
When they
the
mentioned
wheel,
mechanical, or
but
yeah,
it
mechanical,
will
I figured that'd be the
stop
case.
any projectors from creating their lights. So you can see something happen like 2 walls, no
So you can almost
panels,
kind of like
2 walls.
mute
So
trick
it
the
really
wheel
creates some
itself,
interesting angles
like kind of
and
predict where they're
interesting
going to
gaps.
want to make. They're
We
cut off
have
that line of
Warden that
sight.
can use the glass and see through the light walls. So this creates a reverse situation where
Warden buff.
Sounds is in danger
Technically,
while Warden is really like
Warden
on
can
the
counter. Oh, Warden's about to get so much fucking
The
better.
bulletproof camera is really a interesting gadget to counter sounds. It comes in 2 parts.
Oh.
We have the first part where an active player can see through the wall with the vision like we would have with the smoke. But you can also use the EMP dart to disable the projector.
So here's the
from
question:
wall.
can other bulletproofs like Maestro and Valk see through it?
So one way to
And
create
stationary
a hole in
cams.
the wall and have an opportunity is to use explosive devices. The projectors themselves are bulletproof, but they can be destroyed by explosives. So it's really an
So
organic
you're
way
going
to
to
create
really
an
not
opening
want
in
to
the
run
wall.
fuse with those.
Similar to the bulletproof camera.
Yep,
the
Valk and
Eagle Eyes
Maestro.
will be able to see through the
And Maestro
light
might be
wall.
able to pop them too,
Can use the laser to destroy anything that could be on the other side.
which
So
really it's going to
a
be
passive
easier
and
to
an
have the
active
Maestro because
counter defense.
Maestro, his cam will be covered
A
by
bomb
the
wire
light,
deployed
and he
in
can
a
pop the
doorway
projectors.
will slow down the wheel, so this will make sure that the gadget doesn't go as far as planned. Sounds is a very versatile operator, so you have all of those possibilities.
And
those
Glass can see
opportunities
through it,
to
which
use
makes
your gadget
sense.
and create some windows of opportunities, create some awesome play. It's really an operator that is made for you, so I can't wait to see the creative plays that you come up with.
It's interesting in theory. I don't think this is gonna be very strong. I'll be real. Like I'll go into that more
Season
later,
1
but
delivered a new way to get warmed up with Team Deathmatch. And Vector Glare is introducing a new TDM map set in Greece. Senior level designer Jeremy Dowsett is here to give you a tour.
I'm glad we're getting new maps. I just my thoughts on TDM are out there.
It's a
Everyone who
brand new
knows me
map
knows my
that's
thoughts on
designed
TDM.
Just for TDM. There's a lot of time and effort and thought that actually went into the color coding. The stairs have solid color. So you've got 4 sets of stairs that are fully color coded, and every room has a very simple thematic within it. So it's very clean, it's very simple. You know, you can tell a kitchen's a kitchen. It'll have kitchen on the wall. Armory will have, you know, most of the major rooms will actually have words on them.
So I know I
So
don't
when
like
you go
TDM,
through and you're
but
spawning
the
and
way
running
they
around,
designed
you
this
can,
map is really
orientate
fucking good
yourself
for
very
teaching
quickly
people how to make
to know which way you're going.
good
And with
call-outs.
The main path.
Because
or the main
everything is,
paths,
when
the
you're making
circular
calls
paths,
like
the path
in
up
game,
the
you want to
center,
say like
it's always easy to
white
get from
stairs or
the ground
red
floor to the
kitchen.
top
You
floor,
want to
so it's
you want something
super
that
easy
cannot
to
be
navigate.
mistaken.
You're always very
And
close
if the
to
map
set
is
of
color
steps.
coded, then if you say
There's a lot of
purple
destruction.
something,
The
you
see-through
cannot
floors you
fucking
can actually
mistake that.
see from the first
Like
floor
there's
through.
stairs,
You know,
then
breakable
there's
floors,
yellow stairs,
everyone's
green
got
stairs. If
impact
you know what
grenades,
yellow or
and
green
as
stairs
the
are,
walls
that's
break,
a
then you
solid
have
call.
More angles and more lines of sight, and
Like
it was
theoretically,
hard to
I
kind of
love
break my
this map.
usual,
I love what they're doing. I love the
workflow
design. I just
to
don't like
actually go,
TDM,
actually, no,
but I do love
this
this
line
map.
of sight is fine. Rather than trying to constrain it like we do in a competitive map, just being a little bit more free with the angles is actually quite rewarding and quite different. It's a lot of fun. It's chaos, but it's a lot of fun. The rounds are definitely going to be much faster because it's much cleaner, but when it comes to warming up your mechanical skills and your aim for going in and playing ranked, this is probably the best map for doing that. It's so fast-paced, it's chaotic. 2-3 rounds of this map, you're going to be warmed up and ready for rank, that's for sure.
During the Year 7 reveal panel in February, Emmanuel Larive from the Player Behavior Cell laid out some important measures in our fight against toxicity. He's here to
Reputation.
discuss what we're doing now and what's next.
Reputation, player behavior, also known as reputation.
As announced on the previous 6 Invitational, we are beginning the rollout of the reputation system.
Fuck yes.
During Season 2, we will be deploying part of the reputation system toward the reverse-friendly fire. The goal of the reputation penalties towards reverse-friendly fire is to catch the recidivist and the top offender that are abusing the friendly fire to be malicious to other players. The goal of
So it's effectively
is not to catch people
oh
that are
30
doing
match.
it's having
Jesus
a match
Christ.
without those top offender abusing the friendly fire in order to be malicious. Overall, all of these phases, the goal of it will be to make Siege a better place where everyone can meet and cheer together.
I do fucking love that if you friendly fire way too often, you have permanent friendly fire. You're not doing that shit again.
During season 2 in a public way. The soft launch helped us to
Nicknames?
improve the whole set of options that will be available for you. We learned it like a lot. It was key for our strategy to provide something that
is
good
huge.
and have the quality that we expect in order to protect your true identity while playing. The whole set of privacy options.
All right, as a streamer,
negate or anti-cheat
that is fucking
capacity,
huge.
You will still be aware of the true identity of the player that are using it. Match cancellation is a great addition to Rainbow Six Siege. It helps to avoid unranked, unbalanced matches.
You can cancel for missing
Since
a
the
teammate,
beginning, we did
and it
several updates
doesn't affect
based
MMR or
on
anything.
the community feedback to improve match cancellation.
This is actually huge. I'm
With
more excited for the
season
player
2
behavior
release,
shit than
we will be
sense.
coming with another update that will bring more control for players about the
That
whole
is so
process
fucking
of a
huge. I
match
love that.
cancellation. Later down the road, we will continue to improve it. The goal of this update is to give more visibility to everyone so they have a better control of the match cancellation process, but also of the context of it. And of course, we will also reduce any abuses related to this initiative, and we will continue to monitor it and improve it.
We're always looking at ways to help you improve at Siege. And this season, you will get your hands on the shooting range that you can use to practice your skills and test weapon recoil, as well as in-game operator guides that will allow players to expand their knowledge.
Thank
Here's Assistant
fuck.
Game Director Christopher Budgeon
There are
with
just
all the
I am
details.
so glad that Siege is working on like in-game tools to teach players. Because coming from,
During the Year 7
Overwatch, we
reveal,
did
talked
not
about
have
how
that in
unlocking is an
Overwatch.
important part of Rainbow Six and our
And Siege
future
is
and where we
definitely
want
a
to go.
very
And we're
deep
really
game
excited to show
that
you
needs
what's
those
next
like
coming this
in-game
season and season 2.
teaching
The
tools.
shooting range is a great tool to learn the specifics and characteristics of each weapon, the different attachments, and the different situations that they perform best in. But also, it's a great tool for testing our patch notes. When you read something within our patch notes, you can jump into the shooting range and learn the changes that have been taking place within those weapons. So if we had made any changes to the damage dealt by that weapon or the recoil spray patterns, now you'll have a place to have a static test that you'll be able to perform after each patch or each update.
God, I love
The goal of the shooting
they're
range
adding
is
so many
ultimately to give
in-game
players
tools this
tools where they
season.
can learn about the weapons
This is
found
going to be a
in Rainbow
really
Six Siege.
fucking good season.
Every operator is available within the shooting range, whether you own them or not. It's a great way of testing out the different weapons and loadouts.
That
of
is
each operator
also
to
fucking
find the
that's a
best
that's a
loadout
good
for
way
you
to know who you
and
want to buy.
ultimately save the loadout so
That
you
is
can
just
perform at your
this
best.
Ascent is like new operator. Not that
So
good.
the shooting range is actually built
But
to have multiple
this
more
is
lanes than you
fucking
find in Season 2.
huge.
So we have big plans for the shooting range. Also, we want to optimize the shooting range. So over time, we might change or add the ways that the different lanes work based on the feedback. We're really looking to hear how you feel about the shooting range. What do you want to see added? Please let us know.
I didn't even realize you can change the position
Operator
of
Guide
the
is a new
bot.
feature which you'll be able to access from the Operator album or within a match, which allows you to get important information about how to use the operator of your choice. For example, you can learn about the primary gadget of the operator and be shown little clips which illustrate exactly how to use their gadget. Additionally, you can learn about the different secondary gadgets that operator can equip, as well as whether it's attack or defend, the different actions which are available to you, such as reinforcements or putting up barricades.
Oh, they're
or if you're
adding
an attacker,
so much for
paladin drone.
in-game.
These are really
This is
key
all so
elements that all players
fucking
should be able
good.
to know, and now
Crows
they'll have that
Online, that's how
information right
good
at their
this is.
it's hard to sometimes understand everything an operator can do by just a simple line of text. Now we've changed that completely. You get visual examples about how to use that gadget and how ultimately you can contribute to your team. The operator guide is ultimately geared towards new players.
Two
Yeah,
gameplay
that is
updates
fucking
coming
insane.
in Vector Glare are aimed at giving players more flexibility. One has to do with secondary weapons, the other concerns visual effects. Back to talk us
Visuals?
through these changes is game designer Matthew Lacombe.
No, what are they doing for visuals? Because now I'm interested. You've got my attention.
We are bringing a third option in the secondary weapon slot. You can think of it as the primary weapons. Some operators have 3 options. We're giving the same for secondary weapons. This will bring back options that were previously lost because we had it a gun 6, we had it a SMG or a shotgun. So this is bringing back options for the players. We have a lot of them. We have Kali, we have Clash, Amaru,
This is
Finka,
going to
Lion.
buff
All of
so
those are
many
getting back the weapons
operators.
that they lost previously. This allows us to create more diverse loadout when we want to make sure that you
Depending
have
on who gets
pistol,
what,
secondary SMG,
this right
secondary
here
shotgun.
could
We don't
radically
do compromise
fucking
because
change
we only have 2 slots. We
who's
have 3
good
slots
and
we
who's
can make
not.
the best loadout that we can deliver.
Because some operators are legitimately limited by
Back
their
in
secondary.
Year 6, Season 3, we reduced the overall screen shake that was produced by explosives or gadgets around you to give more comfort to the players. Like we heard you saying that it was a bit too much. This season, we're bringing 3 options for the players.
Oh,
We have
thank
what we have currently
God.
in life. So if you enjoy the Y8S2 Sieges,
I
we
do
are
love that's
touching
not just
this
a mandatory flat
we have
change.
the second option, which is
It's legitimately
having
just
the
what do you
screen shake,
want
but just
put on your
tone
setting.
down a bit. And the third option is to completely remove this. This will allow our players that are affected by motion sickness to really enjoy the game a lot more than they could before.
I fucking
In Siege
love
Esports,
this.
tactical timeout is an important part of the competitive setting. In Operation Vector Glare, we're enriching this esports-inspired option for custom games so you can properly set the stage. Esports director Wei Yu has more on these and another big update for the competitive scene.
Is that they're actually like giving more esports settings to customs.
For those that don't know, we currently have an operator quarantine time for our esports competition. That means when a new operator is released into the game, it takes up to 3 months before they're integrated into the top level of play in our esports programs. So the removal of the operator quarantine time is a huge change for our esports competition. I think it has been over 3 years that this has been in place, and we're now removing it because it really is a testament to our balancing teams, our game designer teams. We feel that our operators are now ready from the start to be integrated in the highest level of competition. For the professional
Yeah, like
players, it
seeing
means they
how
have to adapt
Osa
faster
took
to the new meta.
so long
The
to
new
actually be a
operators are
part of
being
the
released
game.
into the competition as soon
Especially
as
like
they
she was
are
released
on
fairly
the live
early and
servers,
people still were
which
not
gives them-
using her.
gives our pro players less time to adapt, but it also means at the same time that the teams that are quicker to adapt have a competitive advantage. On the other side, we have, of course, our players and viewers. For them, it means that as soon as the operators are being released, they're played at the highest level, and you can see the full potential of said operators.
And
being
there's no
played in
better
our
learning
leagues
tool
across
than
the
the
world.
highest level of play.
So the tactical timeout feature is a design for custom games, first of all. It allows players to pause a game for a short amount of time to rediscuss tactics and to realign their approach. It also helps them to potentially take out the wind from the sails of their opponents. In the new scenario or in the new feature, players can directly do this from the menu of the game, but it can also be triggered by the observer or the coach.
That
So
is-
the tactical timeout feature is a quality of life change for our esports players, as they will be able to trigger this timeout the same way, no matter if they're playing online or offline. It also means it's easier for the viewers to follow, as it's a unified approach for both LAN and online tournaments.
That is so
Playing with
fucking
friends is
huge
a lot
considering
of
how many
fun,
customs we
and
play.
There has never been a better time to bring them to Siege than now. Christopher Budgeon is back to let you know about a new program that rewards both you and your friends.
Oh, do you get rewarded? Is that a thing that's happening?
Year 7 has been big for us, and we really think it's a great time to come back to Siege. Every player who's played during Year 7 is now eligible to bring 4 friends who have not played during Year 7 in order to earn big rewards.
Oh?
For every friend that you bring back and play 5 matches with, you'll be getting a new Year 6 operator in our pack that you'll be able to open, as well as some fallback rewards if you already have those operators. Additionally, there's new 3D animated skins that will be delivered to the players as well.
That
great way to do this
is
invite
actually
4
fucking
friends,
huge.
Get a 5 stack going, and you can play any game mode to play 5 matches in order to get those rewards. It doesn't matter which mode you play, whether that be TDM, ranked, quick match, or event. For each one of those friends, play 5 matches to unlock the rewards. Both the person who's been invited will earn a reward, as well as the referring player.
That is
Players who are coming
fucking
back to Siege, having
huge,
not played in Year
considering the
7,
big thing
they
that
get
turns
to
people
be
off
given
from
a
Siege
Year
is
4
not
or
having
Year 5
operators.
operator into their roster. And of course, there's backup rewards if you have all of those operators. Additionally, after coming back and played the 5 matches with the player who brought you back, you'll now be eligible to invite 4 other friends and earn the referring rewards as well.
So they just made it
Before we wrap
significantly
things up,
easier to get
as
operators.
usual, you can experience Operation Vector Glare on our season test servers starting on May 24th. But
So
wait,
2 days from now.
there's more. If you like playing as Echo, Abana, or if you're a fan of the Yakuza games, here's an exclusive bundle for you. Enjoy.
Oh. I can tell Cat's already in love. That. All right, these skins actually kind of slap. These are probably some of the better skins I've seen in a while. And especially for crossover skins, they look good. They don't feel like out of place or anything. That I love those. And an Echo Elite. That is interesting.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Oh.
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
I am not that excited about Sens, but I am so fucking excited for every game system they're adding.
Yeah.
Like Sens,
yeah.
I think after having played Valorant for as long as I did, and it's pretty much just a smoke wall. It's literally just a Valorant smoke wall.
Yeah.
I think
With some spice.
I think Sens is gonna be like D or C tier. It's just
they're not gonna be like. Yeah, it's everything else is fucking ooh.
But Sens is very weak, and if Sens is good, that's going to open up a meta where Warden, who is already really good,
Oh my God.
is now a lot better.
I saw that switch and I was like, Vriska's gonna eat some ass.
So,
oh my fucking God.
That's a buff to Warden. That's a buff. Mute tricking is gonna be easier. I mentioned that during mine.
Yeah.
That's a buff to Maestro, who can destroy the walls and see through them.
Oh my God. It's just a smoke.
It's
grenade
just a
with some
Valorant
extra
smoke
spice.
wall.
It's just some bit of smoke with some spice.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued about it. And like
conceptually, it's interesting, but with how players typically behave in Siege when it comes to smokes, and how much of a giveaway it is that you're going to be using that as some kind of lane, I don't think it's going to be as like effective for utility as they want it to be.
It's going to get countered so fucking easily and very hard.
Like players who are not used to that and don't know to shoot through the smoke it's going to work, but like experienced players are going to know you can probably pre-fire it and get a kill.
Yeah.
Especially since there is no like line of sight, so you can't tell what angle they're peeking, but you know they're peeking the angle.
It can get destroyed by an explosive,
that's a big fucking weakness.
Yeah, that's just gonna like, oh, someone's planting near a corner. Let me just.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can see them, and also they'll probably get injured by the explosive. So. And we'll have to see the pro player.
Yeah.
Which is going to be instant now, which is really interesting.
Yeah, like that was fucking huge.
Oh fuck!
New season's gonna be fun.
New season's gonna be fun. It kind of sucks that you brought people into Siege.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
You brought so many people into Siege, and it's like, hey, if people haven't played like the last season, if you get them on now, they can do shit.
I don't want to talk about it. Fuck it, I'll get an evil toaster in. I've got connections. Fuck this.
I like the new Habana skin. Habana keeps getting a really fucking good skin.
It's a good fucking Echo skin too.
Yeah. they threw teasers of a new for the Majima skin as well, which I'm very intrigued
Is it going to be a
about.
Majima?
It's definitely going to be a Majima.
I mean, yeah, it fits in with everything, but like I don't know why they would like tease it as an elite rather than.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just show it off.
I feel like
they wanted.
I feel like
the
that would
pre-hype.
drum up more hype if they just straight revealed it. But I don't know. Echo Majima feels weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they got like a brand deal with them, so they're like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They have the IP and they're doing stuff. But that's the best for Bat and the. Yeah.
But why does Echo get 2 skins?
Habana's had like 6.
That's different. Why does Echo get 2 in one bundle?